One thing about live action anime adaptations is that they've all been ass. But the One Piece one? That one might be it. Think about it. Think about all the live action anime adaptations you've seen. Dragon Ball, trash. Death Note, trash. Ghost in the Shell, Ghost in the Shell. Don't get me started on Ghost in the Shell. One of the most diabolical monstrosities I've ever seen in my life. Who even greenlit this? Think about it now. There aren't really that many anime that have good live action adaptations. But after watching the One Piece one, it might be the best one out there. But not like there's really much competition, to be honest. And before we go ahead in this video, I just want to let you guys know a few things. I have not watched the One Piece anime. Not really that I'm against it or anything, but committing to 1,000 episodes and 15 movies is insane to me, actually. Call me a pussy, call me a bitch, call me a wuss, whatever. But as someone with severe ADHD like myself, I get distracted with the most minimalistic things. Trust me, there are good anime out there that I've been watching and I stopped watching because I got distracted watching something else. That's how bad it is with me. This is what I do with the average anime. I'm a champion at this. Now imagine this was anime with almost 3 decades worth of writing, and it's not happening. It's not happening. At least not anytime soon. But back to my point. I've yet to see an episode of One Piece, the anime, chronologically. I've seen episodes here and there, you know, maybe if I have friends watching it, or clips on TikTok or on YouTube or Twitter and everything. But for the most part, I'm pretty familiar with most of the main cast and how they operate personality-wise. So when it comes to connecting them to how they are with the actual anime, when I'm talking about the live action, of course, my perception may not be as accurate as someone who is familiar with the anime series. But I will love to speak on these characters from a neutral standpoint. And what I will say is that I thoroughly enjoyed the episodes I've seen. I haven't watched much of it, I'm sorry, I know. I've been busy with work. It's hard to like catch these episodes because these episodes are a whole hour long, but like, you know, from what I've been seeing for the last 4 episodes that I watched, I really like them. And it's very charming to see a live action paying its respect to the anime counterpart, as well as making their own impression as a televised series. I am in the minority group of people who have never successfully watched One Piece, so to become a hit show, even for a minority group of people who are unfamiliar with their series and its approach, they did a very good job connecting with both One Piece veterans and newbies. When it comes to balancing out the live adaptation to its anime, a lot of shows have failed to do that. Look at Cowboy Bebop, for example. That is a show that I thought will do so well connecting its live action counterpart to the anime and balancing it out perfectly, just because of how realistic the show is. But then I realized there was much more to writing a good anime than a story. The overall writing, the storytelling, how they tell the story, the way the characters are, how they behave, and how consistent they get. In Cowboy Bebop's specific case, the jazzy feel of the show, the cool vibe that it offers, I just feel like a lot of that wasn't available when I watched the live action, and it just felt like it was done subparly or incorrectly. Art isn't about trying to cater to a specific audience beforehand. It's all about the creators sharing their unique perspective on the human experience. And this, of course, is regarding live action adaptations. What the live action adaptation of One Piece does very well is really balance out the show in 2 ways. A perfect balance between being close to the source material and being its own thing. And a perfect balance of portraying the shows to both first-timers and natives of One Piece. This anime is one of the biggest anime to ever exist, so you had no room for error. If anybody was going to be overcritical of this, it would be the One Piece fanbase. The characters keep truth to their anime counterparts, but have their own spin when it comes to who they are. From seeing the first 4 episodes, like I said before, I can already tell what type of characters Luffy, Zoro, Nami, Usopp, you know, even Kobe, even some of the bad guys like Buggy, I could tell who they are, and they behave accordingly. The jokes are charming, soft-hearted, and expected in a time period like this, and they don't feel forced in. Nothing too crazy, but it helps with the pacing. The characters also stay true to their nationalities, or at least close enough. I know Oda, the One Piece creator, just recently came out with where each person's personality, or each person's nationality is. Like, I know Luffy's Brazilian, and Nami's like Swedish, and Zoro's like Japanese. So for the most part, I know the actors themselves don't really portray their actual nationalities, but at least it's close enough. The only thing I really don't understand is why Luffy has an accent as an adult, but no accent as a kid. But to be honest, that doesn't really matter. I really appreciate how their outfits and hair don't look fake. A lot of anime adaptations do this thing where they try to make sure the character stands out and they get them an outfit, or you know, their outfit of the show, their hair and everything. It looks so much like the anime version, but not in a good way. You know, we want to have a balance. We want to make sure there's like an in-between between how the character looks like in the actual show and how the character looks like, you know, in the anime. So you want to have an in-between in that. You want to make sure it resembles Luffy, but at the same time, you want to make sure it doesn't look unrealistic, you know? And I feel like this anime specifically done a very good job doing it. It resembles a source character, but also appeases to the time period and the live action adaptation, of course. Like I said before, so many live actions fail to do something like this, especially the ones developed in Japan for some reason. And at the end, it ends up looking like something from a Broadway play. Not realistic at all. So to be completely honest with you, I'm really happy with what I got in this One Piece live action. It's not perfect, but no show is perfect. And it's definitely a step in the right direction when it comes to live action anime adaptations, if they still decide to keep on making them, which I'm sure they will. I can definitely see it as a benchmark for a new TV series being adapted like this, and that is really good, you know. Finally, we have something to look upon when it comes to how a good live action is supposed to be done. I wonder what happens to characters like Kobe. I know he doesn't really show up after the first couple of episodes. I know there's like a time skip, so he's not really in the show like that. Correct me if I'm wrong. How would characters like Tony Chopper look like? Because, you know, he is an animal first. How would he look like in the show? Would be full CGI, or would he be like a human-like form with, you know, deer features? Who knows? One Piece is also like 1,000 episodes, so I really wonder how far they're gonna go in this live action. I can definitely expect a season 2 renewal very soon. The show is doing so well, like it's pulling up like Stranger Things and Wednesday numbers in like a week, so it's really good. Anyways, thanks for everyone for watching. If you're new to the channel, leave a like, subscribe if you haven't, and let me know in the comments down below your thoughts on the live action adaptation of One Piece. If you're someone who's seen the show, what are your thoughts on this? Do you like it? How do you think it fares compared to the anime? Did they do a good job adapting it, obviously? And if you're a first timer like me, what are your thoughts? Let me know in the comments down below. What's your thoughts on watching this for the first time? Would you watch One Piece now that you've seen the live action? I definitely want to give it a chance. I'm not gonna act like it doesn't interest me. I'll definitely want to watch it. It's just 1,000 episodes. That's crazy. I probably won't be caught up in like 5 years. Trust me, like whatever episode came out latest, I'll be caught up in 5 years. That's how bad it is. Anyways, let me know in the comments down below your thoughts. Are you gonna start watching One Piece now, the anime? Now that you've seen what it is about, thanks to live action. And you know, one more question: if you think they should make any live action next, what anime would you pick? I think Baki should be the next one, honestly. That'd be so crazy. But let me know in the comments down below. Anyways, thanks guys for watching. Love you guys. Hope to see y'all on the flip side. Peace.